Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that may or may not be 5 minutes. Today in the news, if you've ever wanted to play video games and enjoy the sweet smell of delicious pizza, well, Xbox has it covered. No, they're not going to give you a pizza, but they are going to give you a controller that smells like a pizza. That's right, in honor of the release of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, Xbox has created the world's first pizza-scented controller. Designed to deliver the smell of the Turtles' beloved meal to your game time, these exclusive Xbox wireless controllers come with a built-in scent diffuser shaped like a slice of delicious New York za, said Xbox's Josh Stein. Yes, that giant pizza slice on the back of the controller is not only a diffuser, but also thankfully appears to be detachable. So, if the smell of pizza becomes too distracting for you and your stomach, that you can just pop that thing right off and go about your day. My question is, obviously it has some sort of diffuser thing going on there, so when it runs out of scent, what then? Do you fill it with, lilac and gooseberries? What do you do with that? And while this is pretty wild, it's definitely not one of the wilder hardware stunts Xbox has done. There was, of course, the Barbie Dreamhouse Xbox, which was a thing. And we've seen all sorts of wacky controllers, from weird fleshy ones to furry ones to all sorts of different ones. They are obviously collector's items. I actually have many really cool Xbox controllers here. It's just something that is fun that they do, and honestly, totally here for it. This is, of course, like all the more weird controllers, they do a contest item. But, I'd kind of be down for a diffuser for other things, like, a fresh scent of sweet rolls when you play Skyrim, or whatever the hell a block smells like in Minecraft. It could be fun. And in the total opposite end of fun, Yoshida, the producer of Final Fantasy 16 and 14, has been just getting tired of some of the trolling happening online regarding his newest release. According to Eurogamer, a special documentary on the developer was recently shown in Japan, in which streamer and Final Fantasy fan Adria Vaitai Kimochi translated for social media. There's a lot of people that just yell at you, people I've never seen, met, or talked to before. It's weird. What do we do to them? Perhaps they just write it from a place of negativity and malice? It's tiresome. And I believe in this case specifically, it's not about the reaction to Final Fantasy 16, the game, but more a trailer that was released for it. Things like people being like, Clive? What a stupid name for a hero, like that kind of stuff. And look, it sucks. As a person who's on the internet, probably way more than he should be, I get called all sorts of stuff and told my stuff sucks all the time. It's something that happens when you put yourself out there. The more you expose yourself, the more eyes that you have on you, you're gonna have more people that just don't like you. And I think Yoshi P, coming from a space of 14, which is very welcoming, and they kind of love Yoshi P there, it's just a thing. Him venturing into mainline Final Fantasy and trying to court different audiences opens him up to a whole other thing where, if you are a Final Fantasy 14 fan, that man is passionate and he is receptive to the community, and more importantly, he really cares. And so you can see how stuff like this would hurt him. He wants people to enjoy what he creates, and so if they don't, I'm sure he's gonna be like, what did I do wrong? Thankfully, the proof is out there about how the audience really feels about the game. It is selling really well. It is huge in Japan. The feedback has been almost universally great. Obviously, there's some people that have problems with this or this or this. It's not a perfect game, by no means, but what Final Fantasy is, let's be honest. And so if anything, this is really less about him and more of another example of just internet culture being sometimes just the worst. And some days I'm over it, and I understand why he would be too. In other news, Tencent, the multinational mega conglomerate that for some reason has offices down the street, they're everywhere. They are looking to acquire some big stake in Polish game dev TECHLAND, most well known for the Dying Light series. In a statement made on the TECHLAND website, CEO Pavel Maevka shared, "Today I am happy to announce the partnership with Tencent, who are in the process of becoming TECHLAND's major shareholder. Teaming up with Tencent will allow us to move full speed ahead with the execution of the vision for our games. We have chosen an ally who has already partnered with some of the world's finest video game companies and helped them reach new heights, while respecting their ways of doing things." And for those of you who are unaware, Tencent has their hands in a lot of gaming companies. Here's a list Riot Games, Epic Games, Blooper Team, From Software, Ubisoft, Turtle Rock Studios, Don't Nod, Fat Shark, and more. And look, as a fan of Techland and the Dying Light series, I hope they get to expand more and do more and create more. I hope for the best for them. But as more and more developers and game studios get bought up by these like multinational mega conglomerates, it's starting to feel, like we're going to end up in the cable TV space or the telephone space where it's 4 big companies owning everything. And eventually what we think of now is like, oh, it's going to help people. And these companies are going to like start making more games and this and this. Eventually it's going to bite us in the ass. And I just really don't want us to get there. But I keep seeing Xbox and Tencent and Embracer Group and all these companies coming out and just buying more and more and more. And it just doesn't seem very consumer friendly in the end. I know right now we're not really feeling it, but we may sooner rather than later. Anyway, that's it for today's news. Thank you so much. I'll see you all tomorrow for another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News.